Hello everyone. My Futures project today is on childbirth in Pakistan and how it must change. There are many ways in which Pakistan has developed as a nation, but an area where it is most lacking is in the care of pregnant women and those giving birth. Pakistan is ranked highest in maternal, newborn, and infant fatalities in South Asia, and second in neonatal mortality. In the past 20 years, healthcare in Pakistan has become more accessible, but it has been found that most doctors and nurses are either severely undertrained or they do not perform even the basic necessities, such as washing their hands before giving care for the mother. Several studies have been performed regarding the birth practices in Pakistan. In a study performed in 2014, only 35.8% of doctors explained to the expectant mother what would happen in labor. Only 40.6% used curtains or some other method to provide privacy for the mother during birth, and only 39.5% took the blood pressure at any point during the delivery. In a study performed in 2015, 99.7% of women giving births were either abused or disrespected. These facts have led to other studies indicating that postpartum depression could be as high as 40% in Pakistan due to the treatment women receive during birth. The 2015 study showed that 61% of women received help for their first child's delivery but did not seek out medical care for subsequent pregnancies. Clearly, there is something very wrong with healthcare in Pakistan, but what can be done? There are 5 ways that prenatal care can be improved in Pakistan. 1. Extensive training should be given to medical personnel in their facilities. Many doctors do not have the resources to give proper care, and they no longer follow the protocols taught to them in medical school. A required yearly training could make sure doctors are taught the most recent practices. A private hospital in Pakistan called the Indus Hospital is said to have the best doctors in Pakistan. The philanthropists that help support the hospital could sponsor a program for these doctors to take turns traveling to different care centers and providing up-to-date training. This would cut the newborn and maternal fatalities significantly, as patients will be better cared for throughout the delivery. Currently, this is not taking place, and there are no plans for it in the future. 2. International medical programs can be encouraged to host Pakistani medical students. In order to learn the best practices, Pakistani medical students must receive the best medical training. The more students taught in places with proficient medical care, the healthier Pakistan will be. There are organizations that offer international medical training, such as the American Medical Association and the International Medical Corps. These and other organizations like them need to be available for Pakistani students. Given the chance, these students will excel and bring a new future to their country. A donor system could be started that would help pay the way through medical school for those from poorer countries. This would allow more doctors to be trained than there are currently. Although Pakistan does have one of the highest levels of students studying abroad, many who become successful doctors decide to reside in other countries where they have access to more resources and higher wages. 3. Laws must be passed requiring a standard level of care for medical facilities. There are both public and private care centers in Pakistan. The public care centers are primarily in cities and not in the rural areas. While private healthcare centers offer better care than those that are publicly funded, both have significant problems. Most private care centers are never checked to make sure that they are maintaining the rules due to the inefficiency of the government. Consequently, the rules are mostly ignored. In the U.S., medical inspectors attend every care facility at least once a year to make sure standards are being maintained. Though imperfect, these unscheduled visits do encourage hospitals to maintain a minimum standard. Something similar must be instituted in Pakistan. How will doctors who are abusive or provide poor care for their patients improve if there is no one to hold them accountable? There should be standardized procedures that all doctors must follow in order to continue practicing as physicians. 4. Modern technology needs to be fully integrated into medical care. This will likely be integrated at a later time than the other options. Right now, most areas are too poor to afford newer technology. However, with proper funding, medical machinery could be brought in and save thousands of lives. Pakistani women could have medical exams via a video call if there is not a man to take her to the doctor. This will let them keep purdah and allow easier access to physicians. Some areas are already doing this, where enough people have access to the internet. 5. Expectant parents should be educated on birth, pregnancy, and postpartum care. This is one of the biggest changes that must happen. Many are not taught anything about the dangers that can occur during childbirth, besides what is shared with them by their mothers or grandmothers. This is a dire failing because it does not allow the parents to be aware of any signs that something is wrong. With proper technology, doctors could explain the birthing process over video call, thus allowing the mother to not have to interact with other fathers in the class. Until that becomes available, doctors should provide one-on-one training for expectant parents, so they can know the healthy habits they should be following, and also be able to recognize if the fetus is in danger. Such a practice could significantly cut down the amount of deaths associated with labor and pregnancy. Through these endeavors, it is my hope that life may improve in Pakistan, particularly for those mothers expecting children. Here are my references. Thank you for watching.